athletes train, but not all of them make it to the FBS level, which you're about to go into. What would you say is the one thing that you've stayed dedicated to the most and trained like so often, daily, every day? What do you think goes into a solid training schedule?
Especially as a specialist, it's going to be different than your typical on-field linebacker, quarterback position. So we deal with a lot of on-field work where it's kicking, but then what's very underrated is the flexibility portion and agility portion, and then the weightlifting portion, because we're not expected to hit 225 on the bench for 20 reps, but being able to do those explosive movements like cleans, snatches, and stuff like that, that really works the hips, are really fundamental. So I've been doing CrossFit since 8th grade, which I found really helped me because it helped my overall body. And from people that I've spoken to that are specialists, even in college or even in the NFL, have always said, just work to be the best athlete you can, and that's only going to help. So CrossFit really works your whole body. And I found that, keeping that consistent really helped with keeping my weight where it is. I'm around the 170, 175 mark, and then complementing that with on-field work. But half of the issue is not overworking. We're almost like pitchers where, we can't be throwing 90 pitches a day. Right. We need breaks. So
you can't kick that much.
Exactly. So I try to kick around like 30 balls a session, which seems pretty low, but over time, if you're able to work properly, it's just enough. And then depending on the time of the year. So right now I'm probably at the field 1 to 2 times a week just because, it snowed yesterday. So I can't hit the field.
Yeah. That was crazy.
And that's half the issue with being a northern kicker is that, we don't have flexibility to kick all year. So especially the weightlifting I found is one of the most fundamental things as a kicker you need to work on.
I was wondering, have you seen that punter that put up like 25 reps on bench press and like the combine?
Yeah, so Michael Turk is one of them, and then Tyler Newsome, he was a punter at Notre Dame. He put up 28 or 30.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
He is a close friend, actually. So he lives in PA
wow.
now, and he works out with me at the field sometimes. And we've built a great relationship over time. We kick together at the field, and while he punts, I'll kick, and we kind of help each other out. Or he helps me. I can't really help him. He's a monster. But he always talks about the bench, and I'm like, that's my inspiration.
That's like his bragging rights probably, right?
Exactly.
That's great. Man. So this is actually kind of related, but do you have like certain foods you eat as well? Like that are just like a constant in your diet, like whether it be daily or...
I mean, grilled chicken is a staple. So I also found that like school lunch isn't the most nutritious. So I would have my mom the night before, whatever she's cooking, cook double that. So I can just bring that to school the next morning. So I'll wake up an extra 5 minutes, eat it all up, and then, bring that to school and kind of meal prep. So grilled chicken, rice, like those together has been awesome. Doing like grilled chicken sandwiches with mashed potatoes and then having like greens, so broccoli or any type of green bean really helps me out. And that was important during the season because that's when I lose most of my weight. So
right.
I kind of played with that this year with COVID because the lunch situation wasn't the best at school, and it worked out perfectly. And then PB&J's has been a go-to of mine.
One of the big consistent things I've listened to here from all the athletes we've talked to so far, meal prep is so key with everyone's diet. And everyone I've talked to is either committed to a big college or like a college program or in college or getting ready for a draft. Meal prep is like the big key to everyone's like diet. And that's, it's no surprise really, I'm guessing.
Definitely, yeah.